The Pied Piper of Hamelin. Once upon a time, on the banks of a deep and wide river in Germany, there was a town called Hamelin. The people of Hamelin were honest and lived happily in their gray stone houses. But one day, a strange thing happened in Hamelin. A lot of rats came into the town. The rats were everywhere. They ate all the cheese, and they chewed on all the clothes. They even scared away the cats and chased away the dogs. They troubled the little babies and disturbed everyone in town. A black sea of rats swarmed over the whole town. The people of Hamelin tried to scare the rats away. They even tried to set traps for the rats, but nothing worked. And every day it seemed that there were even more rats. At last, the terrified people flocked to the town council to plead with the councilors to free them from the rats. But the council had been trying to think of a plan to become free of the rats for a long time, but they could not do it.
"I don't know what we can do,"
said the mayor sadly. Just then, there was a loud knock at the door.
"Who could that be?"
The city councilors wondered as they opened the door. And to their surprise, they saw a tall, thin man, dressed in brightly colored clothes. He had a beautiful golden pipe with him. The stranger said, "I am the Pied Piper. I've freed other towns of beetles and bats, and for $1,000 I'll rid you of rats."
$1,000?
said the mayor.
"Oh, we'll give you 50,000 if you succeed."
The stranger went away, saying that there will not be any rat in Hamelin after tomorrow. Early the next morning, there was the sound of a pipe playing throughout the streets of Hamelin. The Pied Piper slowly made his way around, playing his pipe, and behind him flocked the rats. Out they came from the doors and windows, rats of every size, all after the piper. As he played, the piper marched down into the river, straight into the water. Behind him came the rats. Every one of them was swept away by the river current. By the time the sun was high in the sky, there was not a single rat in town. All of the people of Hamelin were delighted. There was even greater delight at the town hall as the councilors celebrated. But then appeared the piper, asking for his $1,000.
$1,000?
exclaimed the councilors.
Well, all you did was play a little pipe, and you want $1,000 for that? The rats are all gone now. They won't come back. Be grateful. We'll give you $50 and be on your way.
The Pied Piper got very angry and told the councilors, "You promised to pay me $1,000, and you are breaking your promise? You will pay very heavily for this." And he went away. That night, freed from the nightmare of the rats, the citizens of Hamelin slept more soundly than ever. But at dawn, as the sun started coming up, there was a beautiful soft music coming from a pipe in the town. The Pied Piper was here again, and once again he played melodious music. This time, magically drawn by the sound of the pipe, all of the children came out of their homes and followed the Pied Piper. The Pied Piper paced through the town, and children of all sizes flocked to him at the sound of the pipe. The children were dancing and jumping and followed the Pied Piper. There was one little boy who could not walk well, and he was far behind, as he could not keep up with the other children. The long procession soon left town and made its way through the woods and across the forest to the foot of a huge mountain. When the piper came to the mountain, he played his pipe even louder. And a great big door opened. In went the children behind the Pied Piper, and when the last child entered, the door closed. Only the lame little boy was left outside. Back in the village, all of the people were searching for their children. They were very worried. The lame boy came back to the town and told everyone what had happened. All the people became so sad. They cried and ran back to the town councilors.
"What did you do?"
they asked the councilors.
"Please bring our kids back."
The councilors realized their mistake.
"We should have kept our promise,"
the mayor said. Then they went to search for the piper. After a long search, they found the secret mountain, and the lame boy knocked on the door. Inside the mountain there was a nice meadow, and all of the children were jumping and playing happily with the piper. The mayor and the councilors begged the piper for forgiveness. They gave him $10,000 instead of one, and brought him back to the town. The piper, the children, and the people of Hamelin lived happily ever after. The end.